Right now, there are 3 teams primarily dominating London, and that's Tottenham, Chelsea, and Arsenal. And of course, Chelsea is the best one out of them, but that's not the point here. But there are a lot more clubs in London who never really get the chance to be the best like them, but I'm here to change that. The Fulham board has called me up and they want me to make them the greatest London team. That sounds very difficult, especially because they've only given me 5 seasons to do it or else I'm sacked. But they've also given me a wheel of mystery that we get to spin each season, and that can help us get closer to our goal. Or it can give us a punishment and make it even more difficult for us. The board has given us 3 simple rules. 1 is that we have to spin the wheel each season. Rule number 2 is that we have to sell 3 players and sign 3 new players each season, unless the wheel tells us otherwise. And the third rule is, of course, that we get a maximum of 5 seasons to make Fulham Premier League champions. So we're starting with this team, and £49 million. We first of all need to spin the wheel of mystery, so let's see what we get. And it looks like we're starting off with a punishment, which is that we have to sign at least 1 player over 36 years old. That's really not ideal, but it's not the worst. But yeah, I think we need to improve our midfield and get a better and younger center back. So let's just see who we can sell first of all. We first of all get an offer for Traore. I will try to get a little more money for him because I wouldn't mind losing him. We also get a few offers for Bernd Leno, and I will actually accept them. Issa Diop with an offer that I will also accept, so hopefully he gets sold, and first player has been sold, and it's our Adama Traore that's leaving us. He ended up getting sold for 6.5 million, and our second player is now also leaving us, which is our keeper Leno. He's going for 7.5 million pounds, and Issa Diop is the final player, leaving for 7 million pounds. So we have 70 million to spend on our team after selling those 3 players. And remember, one of the signings has to be over the age of 36, so I will be getting the punishment out of the way, and straight of all signing Jan Sommer. He's 36 years old, he's world class, and he's extremely cheap. Only 2 million. That's an absolute steal, even if he will drop in rating. I've then gone with Samakan for the defense for around 30 million pounds, and that leaves us with 38 million, which we get to spend on a midfielder. And I've gone with the young talent from Brighton, Carlos Baleba. Amazing player, and he cost us all our last bit of money. Look at that team. It looks so much better with Summer, Simakan, and Baleba in it. The board is very helpful with me already. They expect us to finish at the very least in the top 10 with this, but let's just see how they do. So we're now at the end of the first season. Let's see how Fulham has done. And they finish 8th. That's pretty decent for the first season. I will take that. So we're now in the second season. A few players are dropping in rating, and a few are also growing in rating. We have 56 million to spend this season. But before we do anything, we of course have to spin the wheel of mystery. So let's see what we get. Oh no, not another punishment. This time we get that we can't sign any players. I feel like that's a lot worse than the first punishment, because remember, we still have to sell 3 players, so let's try and sell some of our worst players so we don't get affected as much. We get a good offer for Summer, but I need to keep him because we need a good keeper. We do get an offer for this Dibley Diaz guy, which I will accept because we don't need him. We also got an offer for Harrison Reed, which I will also accept, and then also for this Araujo guy. And there we go. We've sold our first player, and it is Harrison Reed for 1.5 million. And our second player is now also leaving us, and it's Araujo for 700 grand. And the final player sold is actually Luke Harris to Hull for almost 3 million. So we have 61 million to spend, but we aren't allowed to sign anyone because of the wheel. So I guess there's nothing more to do other than to just simulate a season and see how we do now. So we're at the end of the second season. Let's just check the Premier League. And damn, okay, we actually finished in 9th, so a little worse than the first season. It's not the worst though. But we're now at the third season. Our team is looking decent, especially Simakan and Baleba, both at 85 now, which is really good to see. We get 83 million this season, but before any of that, let's spin the wheel and see if we can finally get a boost. And oh my god, finally, we have done it. A +2 to our starting 11. So let's quickly do that and see the boost. And damn, our team looks a lot better already without the signings. That defense is strong, and that midfield is solid. But remember, we have to go and sell 3 players now, and then also sign 3 players. And I think it's time we get a better striker, a better right back. And I'm not sure what other position to sign for, but we will see. Let's first sell 3 players. And first player going is Castagny for 6.5 million pounds. And now we lose a big player. I've sold Sander Berge to Newcastle for 31 million. And our third and final player sold is Lecomte for almost nothing, basically. But that has left us with around 120 million to spend on this team, which is a lot. So let's just get some players signed to our team. So the first player I've bought is Johan Bond Cavani as our striker for 50 million. I've then gone for Ben White as our right back for 25 million, which then leaves us with around 45 million, which I will be spending all on the Italian midfielder Locatelli. I think that's a good midfielder signing to end it on. So this is the team for season 3. It's slowly but surely becoming Premier League champion worthy. I hope Summer can just hold on for one more season. But let's just simulate this third season and see how they do. So we're no at the end of the seasons. Let's see if we can break into top 6, and forget that. We've done even better. We got third. That's actually amazing. But we're now at season 4. And the team is looking amazing. We have a whole 130 million to spend. But as always, let's first spin the wheel and hopefully land on a boost. No, never mind, actually. We get a punishment. And it's flip attacks ratings. We only actually have one attacker. Or I guess, we also have Muniz on the bench. But let's flip their ratings. And yeah, we're in trouble. We really need to find a replacement in the attack. We also need a better keeper. And we also need to sell 3 players first. This is not how I expected it to go this season. But let's see if we can clutch this up somehow. So first player going is our bench keeper Benda for around 2 million. I've now also sold Dibly Diaz for 500,000. And the last player going is Tanton also for 500,000. So 133 million is what we get to improve this team. So the first player I've decided to sign is actually a new goalkeeper, and I've gone with Unai Simon. We ended up spending 25 million on him. I've then gone with a huge striker, the Ballon d'Or winner himself, Ousmane Dembélé. He is 31 years old, so that's why he's a little cheaper, but he still cost us 100 million pounds, which is insane, which leaves us with 8 million, which I can spend on Richarlison. I think we've really managed to save the team here. This team could genuinely now go on to win the Premier League, but let's just simulate the season and see. So we've reached the end. Have we done better than third? No, we actually did worse and got 6th. That's not good. And we couldn't do well in the Champions League either. So it does all come down to this 5th and final season. We have to become the best team in London, and we get 72 million to spend in this final season. But I'm really hoping we get a boost. Surely we actually land on a boost. And yes, we do indeed. We get 1 free signing, which means one of our 3 signings gets to be any player I want in the whole world. That's massive. Like, quite literally. We can sign whoever we want to this team. But first, we need to sell 3 players. So let's see what we can do. And the first player leaving is Bassi to Liverpool for 29 million. I've then also sold Alex Iwobi for 26 million. And the last player leaving us is Lukic for 12 million. So we get a total of 139 million to spend on 2 players. Because remember, our third player will join for free. But I think we need a better center back, left midfielder, and maybe a cam or right midfielder. But let's just see. So the first player I've decided to buy is Gabriel for the defense for 60 million pounds. I've then gone with Rafinha for around 79 million pounds. And then for our free signing, I've obviously had to go for the best player in the game. And that's, of course, the young juicy boy himself, Lamine Yamal. That's an amazing player to get, and hopefully he's just what we need. Yeah, this final team looks absolutely incredible. If this doesn't win the Premier League, then I don't even know what will, because this absolutely should. But let's simulate till the end of the season to see if we have completed the challenge. So we're at the end of the season. Have we actually become the best club in London, or will I get sacked? Let's just see. Oh my god, we got 9th? 9th, really? How did we do so badly? Hey, at least we won the Conference League, if that counts for anything. Never mind, they fired me.